Good evening, everyone. Right now on Kinesi, it's 11:32 p.m. on Monday, April 15th, 2024. Now, for today's announcement. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. I hope our guest is able to see what it is that makes Kinesi such a special place. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. Hey, it's been some time. 2 weeks. My phone is ringing. Tony? Send a payment to your bank account for 94,392 bells. For what I left off. I left off the box. You're welcome. So yeah, it's been a while. And I just wanna apologize for that. Say I'm sorry, you know? 132 bells of interest. I'll take it. Not a whole lot has happened, but some stuff has happened. At a rank S. So, yeah, I've been under quite a bit of stress regarding a couple of things. One of which is this 5K I was preparing to do. You know what, first, let's just say this. It's it's been a while since I've even acknowledged or said hi, talked to my neighbors. So that's something I need to do. But that's what we're gonna be doing today, just to slowly ease back in the island of Kinesi. And, you know, just walk around a bit and talk to you guys. You know, catch up on things. But, yeah, I do want to just walk around a bit and just talk to you guys. And so on. So basically, what's been going on, right? I have been struggling mentally for quite some time. And it's a common thing. It's something that happens every so often, but there are moments where it's to a point where I need to take a step back. And I don't, it doesn't really need to be a long time, but it is a certain amount of time. Step back and focus on something in particular, or that's got me anxious, or, you know, things of that nature. So I felt like I really couldn't focus on it. I want to make a fishing rod just to, you know, get some fishing done. Why not? I think we need like 3 sticks. 5 tree branches. Okay. Well, yeah, basically, I've been very, very anxious on walking. On walking 3.1 miles. Now, given the fact that this is something that I have never done before, as I don't want to say a marathon, but as an event. So, you know, what is called a 5K event. And there are different themes and, you know, in different places. And you get like certain treats, goodie bags, and little rewards, and a little medal, you know, or kind of a sizable medal for completing it. And it kind of took a bit of a toll on me mentally and a little bit physically. And when I did that, I was when I said yes, it's because I've been asked to, you know, participate in one for a very long time. And I've been walking and jogging on the treadmill, and it is very different compared to, you know, running outdoors, walking outdoors. It's a very different feeling, especially on my legs and my feet. While you have a, you know, the treadmill to sort of guide you and push you along, and, you know, you don't have much distractions. You just focus on, you know, what you're doing, or you don't really focus on what you're doing so much as to give yourself a certain distraction, like watching a show or listening to music, and you're just staring at something and focusing on that while you're listening to music, or staring at a screen while you're watching a YouTube video. I don't think I have like... So... Oops. So, it's very different. I could definitely get in the zone when I am on the treadmill, but when I am out walking, like actively power walking, or because I suck at jogging outdoors, I feel more comfortable and it's easier for me on a treadmill. It's so bizarre, it's all in the head, but there is a physical component to it that's different. Crap. Got what we need. Now let's continue. So yeah, I've been asked many times, hey, I want you to do this 5K, or do you... No, it was more, do you want to? Do you want to? Do you want to? And I kept saying no, but eventually, after walking and jogging so much on the treadmill, I gave in. I wasn't too excited about this. I get that much. I was more just begrudgingly accepting. I tried to look at it on the bright side of, you know, hey, well, maybe I won't be asked again to do this, because I don't feel like it's going to... I feel like I'm not gonna have a good time, but even if I feel that way, I'm going to try. So I thought, okay, maybe I won't be asked to participate in a 5K again. Maybe I'll, you know, maybe I will enjoy it. Maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe I'll still have that energy. Wait. Man. Oh well. No. Maybe I will enjoy the experience, enjoy, you know, the atmosphere and good vibes and all that. who knows? I have been to a few in the past, but only spectated like once or twice. I think it was, if I were to guess, it would be maybe 3 times ever. And it wasn't too bad, but I could understand the fun of it. And well, let's see, maybe maybe I'll enjoy participating in it. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my, what have I gotten myself into? I don't feel like I could do this, but I kept thinking otherwise. And I started to get very nervous and anxious because I felt like there was a lot of pain in my legs, and I felt like I was lesser than my family, or those who participated that are in my family. They are they have more of a stride, with their legs. Like they could walk a good distance, they could spread their legs when they are walking a little more. Like a stride. Push that front leg out forward a little more, and and their pace is quicker, so I don't have that. And funny enough, I don't have the full energy. And I don't like to feel certain ways, as in like, I don't like to feel too hot. I don't like to feel sweaty. I feel very uncomfortable, and when I do, it's not a good time. It's just not fun. I'm just not enjoying myself, and I'm in the firm belief that you don't have to be super comfortable when working out, but at the end of the day, when working out, and it could be a wide range of workouts that you could do. At the end of the day, I think it's best to have fun. Because if you're not having fun while working out, then it's gonna be really, really difficult for you to, or for me to, or anyone to, live an active lifestyle. Like if you're not having fun playing sports or, weightlifting or cardio, don't do it. Do something, that you enjoy doing. And here's the thing. I do enjoy walking. I don't mind walking outside, and it was an experience, but yeah, I did a lot of preparedness. I pushed myself, and I was very like, I started to get bored on the treadmill when I was pushing myself to walk, or power walk, I should say, 3.1 miles, which is 5k. 5 kilometers, I think? Is it kilometers? I think it is kilometers. And I just, sort of calculated using my Apple Watch and the information that is displayed on what was it called again? The treadmill. My mind is blanking out. It's like there's so many things that I want to say at once. It gets jumbled up and I start getting confused. But anyways. Yeah, I started preparing myself. I started getting bored. I even went out to the park, a specific park that's like a little over 2 miles. In walking distance. Not to the park, but there's a trail that you can walk around the park. Inside. In that trail. And I didn't enjoy myself because my walking pace was it was too slow. So I wasn't really competing with anybody. Maybe I was mainly competing with myself, but yeah. I felt more upset with myself. I felt like a failure. I felt bad. You know that oh, a loach. Is this new? Yeah, this is new. Nice. Oh yeah, I felt bad because I couldn't keep up with my brother. I couldn't keep up with my mother. I couldn't keep up with, you know, my uncle or my aunts. There was no way that I could keep up with anybody. And I felt very I felt very ashamed. I felt very left behind, or not left behind, but what's the word? I don't know. I guess it is feeling ashamed and frustrated that I am not better or good enough, or, you know, a lot of these negative talking down thoughts that I am struggling to always get my head out of. So I felt pretty bad. I felt like I couldn't do it, and that it's, you know, that I'm gonna be a drag. I'm gonna hold everyone back, or make everybody wait too long, or just... It was frustrating. But it wasn't frustrating before, it was more anxious. And considering that I'm a night owl and I had to do this and wake up very early in the morning, wake up at like 6 a.m. or so. You know, better in the morning though, because that's when it's nice and cool. But yeah, I felt like I couldn't do anything in terms of making content. I felt like I couldn't do anything. Just focus on the thing that is bothering me and that is making me anxious the most. The thing that needs most of my attention, because I have said yes. I have committed, or said that I was gonna commit, and I did. I was, and I did. So when, after training for a bit, and well, basically almost every day, and to the point where I needed to stop because my legs just kept hurting, and mainly my calves, not really my thighs. My thighs are pretty good, considering that I want to be a femboy, or considering I am a femboy. my lower legs, my calves, my ankles, my feet, needed some good work. And I worked them. But it wasn't enough. It really wasn't enough. So, during the time of the 5K, when I had to wake up early, I had to get there. And I met it was my brother and I, and my mother. We met others in, actually no, we didn't really meet anybody else in the family yet. We just text or exchanged like info on where we're at or when we got there or how are we gonna or time of arrival to the event. And we all got in our my brother, my mother and I all got in line, and we waited, sort of shuffled through to to the gate and the bit of open area, so that way it gives us a little bit of room to start walking through like the main gate for this 5K to start the route. We started our tracking on our Apple Watches, and yeah, we went through the gate and we got started. And already I was like, sea bass pie? Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, as we were going through, it was... I don't know. Basically, I was just thinking to myself to not think about much. Don't think too much. Just put one foot in front of the other. And keep going, and already... already, it wasn't... It took like... It took like half a mile? Or less? My legs were like already slowly starting to feel uncomfortable. I was feeling like... I wasn't really having fun, it was more like... I gotta just do this. And I gotta push myself. I gotta do this, I gotta go, I just gotta push myself, just... We could do it. We could do it. And when I say we, I meant I. I felt oddly embarrassed because... not... How do I say this? I wasn't embarrassed because my mother, who I love dearly, was supporting me next to me, walking with me. I felt embarrassed that I couldn't keep up the normal pace that everyone else could. Because there were so many people. Streams of people walking past us. And given that we were sort of on pace with some, and we were passing a few, but I couldn't help but think, while I was looking around, there's a lot of people passing us. And they're not jogging either, they're just walking. And I'm walking, and I'm actively pushing myself. This isn't just a casual stroll in a park, or this isn't a casual walk around the mall. I'm actively trying to get through this. And walking and walking, and Sorry, my my calves were hurting a bit. Not as much until like we started to reach an incline, and one of the first inclines, I should say. And it was a pretty big one. Pretty lengthy one too. It was up to an arboretum or arbitrarium. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it was mainly like a large garden that has many, you know, plants, trees, bushes from like all over the world, at most, or oh yeah, and I was just like, oh man, I'm struggling here. So, after the first mile, I was pretty glad that I was like, oh, okay, we did it. Cool. We, did the first mile. There's only 2 more, but man, I didn't know how much or how far, like I didn't fully comprehend these walking distances, you know, like actually comprehend these walking distances when actively walking. It was more like, okay, I'm getting a little frustrated after the first mile because there was so much going on actually, or quite a bit. There were people stopping, talking, they were just hanging out, they were taking pictures, stopping and taking pictures. And it seemed like everybody was having a pretty good time, and I kind of was like one of the few that wasn't. I do feel a little bad, but I did my best to keep a smile and try not to like be so grumpy, but I don't like to ruin vibes. I don't like to ruin, you know, I don't like to ruin the vibe. So, I think during the middle of the second mile, I started to get frustrated because there was a lot of distractions. And here's the thing I'll tell you guys. Whenever I work out, I don't work out with much clothing on. Unless, you know, it's cold enough, but I like to work out with like minimal clothing. As weird as that sounds. So if I were to like jog on the treadmill, I wouldn't wear a shirt. I would just wear like, you know, my sweatpants. And honestly, if I could, I would wear shorts. Oh yeah. I don't like to, you know, be in heat. I don't like to be in heat. I like the coolness, you know, that surrounds my body. Which is why I like to work out during nighttime, where it's nice and cold. in where I live. And I love working out during like the colder season, the winter or early spring. So yeah, I was getting frustrated during the during the middle of the second mile because there was a lot of distractions going on and I couldn't focus. I was getting pretty warm and I wanted to just like, I wanted to take off my sweater and I wanted to take off my shirt. And my mother, pointing things out like, hey, check this out. Oh, check that out. I didn't want to be rude, but I was getting a little frustrated because I was losing focus. It's like I kept getting in focus and out of focus, and it didn't help. So over time, as we continued walking, I just sorry, I was kind of blanking out. I was basically thinking like, what if I get asked again? What am I gonna say? Because sometimes for some people it's hard for me to say no. Because all I want to do is just be part of I want to be better. I just want to be a better person. I want to, be a little more social. But it's very hard for me to do that. Because, funny enough, I always feel like an outcast. This 5K, going to this event, walking 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, I felt like an outcast there too. People were but my family was happy for me. And I felt okay. Like, oh good, I finished this thing. Please don't ever ask me again. I didn't say that, but and also Gulliver, I'm not gonna bother. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I didn't feel much. I just felt like I felt glad that I just got it over with. Glad that it was over. Glad that I did it. But my aunt did say, if I'm proud of myself, and I'm honestly not. Like, I really don't care. I was just in a lot of pain and I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling very uncomfortable. Like my legs were in a lot of pain. And I didn't feel good. But, my aunt told me, you should be proud of yourself. And, it wasn't. It's very rare for me to be proud of anything. The funny thing enough is that the only thing I'm ever really proud of is me being successful here on YouTube. Me being successful on Twitch. me being a successful artist, a successful music producer. And what constitutes as success is me doing all these things and making a living off of things that I do, all in one. So that way I could keep doing things that make me, want to live. Because without being creative, without, putting things out there, without creating any content, it's like, what am I doing with my life? I mean, there are people who want to do certain things like, being an engineer or be a doctor or, study things in the field of science. And those are all amazing, valuable things. And that's what makes them tick. These are the things that make me tick. And for somebody that could say, oh, that's so lame, get a job. Well, if you think about it, this is kind of like an internship. But regardless what anybody says, this is what I'm proud of. Walking a 5K? Not so much. Alright, I did say that I was gonna say hi to these animals here. I think we're gonna do that. At least we're gonna do that for some, but I also want to pay this off. So, that's where so far, that's where I have been. And funny enough is that after the 5K and after all that was over, and I was finally able to rest, I think I came back. I know I put out a meme react, and oh my god, did one of them reach like close to 1,000 views. And that is something I'm proud of. I think that is really, really cool. Like really cool. Like it puts a smile on my face. A genuine smile. Got 150. Okay. So yeah, I think I did put something. I guess I'll talk to you first. How's it going, Savannah? Candace, where have you been? Is everything okay? No, but I'm explaining. Let me guess. Been heading out reading a good book. No, not really, Savannah. If I'm right, you have to share it with me when you're done. Well, I mean, I read manga. I could share some of that. So, I think during that time, after the 5K, I think I was getting burnt out. And I was getting, I was starting to get some depression going on. It just hit me. And it hit me even more after I was talking to my therapist, because after going to therapy for like maybe over 2 years, it, we both concluded that like almost nothing has ever changed. And I feel like I failed myself. Like, sure, I have gotten better in terms of like, well, I don't know. They say I have gotten better mentally on some things. And that's purpose. Like, what do I want to do with my life? Who am I as a person? You know? Like, what goals do I want to achieve? And, you know, to really work at them. Letting go of an ex of mine, like, you know, not forgetting about him, but letting go of, you know, those negative feelings, missing this person and feeling sad all the time because of, you know, the passing of a relationship. So letting go of that past relationship. But while learning good things, while learning about it to be better and what else? I'm trying to like gather my thoughts here while paying this donation off. Or paying this bridge off. Yes, yes. Nice. We got it. But yeah, it was more, you know, learning to let go. And learning who I am as a person and what I want to do with my life. And I've achieved all that. I mean, I haven't completely achieved everything, but I know what I want to do with my life. I'm working towards it. This is definitely part of it. And I feel like it's giving me, like, some amount of happiness. Or comfort. Or, like, content. Like I know where I'm going. And I know where I could go. Or, you know, it gives me, like, a good feeling of uncertainty, not the bad kind. Because my belief regarding this channel, it's only going up. Only going up. There may be moments where it's gonna go down, but if I were to take a couple steps back and look at everything going up. Long-term investment. Let's go. But yeah, content creation, it does make me pretty happy. So, let me go turn this into blather. No. Actually, yeah, let's just go turn it into turn all this into museum. But yeah, there's all that stuff, and all that stuff is good, but there's still another part of me that is contributing the most to my loneliness, my depression, my anxiety. And it's mainly social. You know, it's this constant feeling of being alone. Constant feeling of being of loneliness and, you know, wanting to be part of a community or a group. Be with friends, being out there. You know, like going to furry meets, furry conventions, anime conventions, talking to people. But my social skills, you know, how to approach, courage to do that, not good. It's not good at all. Thank you, Leathers. Like, I always feel like I cannot be myself, but at the same time, I want to be. And this is also regarding my family. This is regarding self-esteem, confidence, or lack thereof. A lot of things I need to work towards, work on. Like, I'm sure you guys know this already, but I'm bi. I like guys and I like girls, or maybe I'm pansexual. You know, like I don't mind, you know, being with or dating somebody who's trans. Male to female, female to male, I don't mind all that. Me, if I could vibe with them, if we become like best friends and they're cute and we could get along and, you know, have the potential to live a good life together, then I don't see anything wrong with dating somebody who is, you know, the same gender or whatever fucking gender they want to be. So, yeah. Like, I don't care. But my family does. There is definitely a history of there's definitely a history of homophobia that I have faced in the past. Middle school, high school, in my family. And it may not be blatant, but it's very subtle. And and I'm pretty sure for those of you who are, you know, not right, for those of you who are like trans or gay or lesbian or even bi, you could definitely pick up on the subtleties. And it makes you feel like you don't ever want to be yourself. Like, you don't ever want to like come out. Which is funny, you know, coming out. Like, what the fuck is that? There should never be a coming out. It should just be a, who cares? That's good for you. Just it's like saying water's wet. In my opinion, that's what it should be. And I guess part of it is why I don't like to view coming out as like a big thing. But I will, you know, I will be happy for them. But in a way I get it, because I too do have to, in person, hide a lot. And here, this channel, the internet, Discord, friends that I've met, it on Twitch too, it's all allowed me to just be, in a way, myself, for the most part. So I do suffer from like social anxiety. I do suffer from all that. And the stress and anxiety of having to hide and lie. And I don't like to lie, or I don't like to hide. It's not fun. And I say this as like, not to be like, you know, on a pedestal or to be like morally righteous or anything like that. It's just, no, it's just stressful. It's just daunting. It's very tiresome to you hide and lie. Because you really have to think of a good... You really have to think of a good lie. You really have to be careful what you say. Careful how you speak, where you go, who you talk to, what you do. I was under a lot of that. I was under a lot of that stress with an ex of mine. And he was my first of first. This was in person too, so all of my courage just went towards him, for him. So, yeah, going back to therapy. I'm still the same person. I haven't changed in the positive direction in that aspect. And it is very, very hard. It's been most difficult. And it's made me more depressed because I felt like I failed my therapist. And I felt like I failed myself. So, yeah, I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to work on content. I didn't want to be here. Damn it. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to work on Meme React, or I didn't want to stress over, any other projects that I wanted to do monthly. I felt like I needed to take a step back. Slow down for a bit too. And it made me really reflect. It may be overstressing myself a bit. And I'm still trying to find that right balance to be successful on here. Damn, I was hoping I could make something with the lobster. I don't know if I could. I do want to see what I could make. These are pretty tasty. I mean, they all look pretty tasty. But yeah, that depression and the fact that I felt very lonely, and I tend to bitch and moan about being single. Not good. Not good at all. And I'm sorry if I do that too much. But I'm telling you all this because this is where I've been. But it is good to be back. And I'm trying to take things little by little, steady. Right, Peanut? I have so much to tell you, so many things. It's been forever since we talked. Well, funny enough, that's what I'm doing right now. Peanut. I was even thinking about doing this for like 30 minutes, but we're close to an hour. Look at that. It happens kind of frequently, doesn't it? But that's a good thing. I'm gonna get my notes together because there's too much stuff to tell you and not forget something. You do that, Peanut. Savannah. So, yeah, after all that, I am a little better now. I'm getting over I'm getting over, this depression, but anxiety and depression does happen, and I'm just doing my best to maintain it. Also, I did get very sick a couple days ago. I do have the stomach flu, like a stomach virus. But I've already gone through the worst of it, and, over the weekend, I decided, you know what? I'm feeling a little better overall. The 5K is done. It's been done for some time. That's over and done with, and this depression I'm getting out of. And I'm gonna be changing therapy, as in gonna go into group therapy now. We're only doing this just for me to be better, for me to be the best self, best that I could be. And I do have a bad habit, a very bad habit of being so negative towards myself, being so harsh, being so judgmental, never fully being proud of myself. Just always looking down, punching down, being my own worst enemy. It's something I need to change. It is very difficult, but it's toxic because it does keep me from doing, what could be amazing things. And I'm mostly over this sickness, just my belly kinda upset. Not feeling amazing all the time. Like I get constipation and other bowel problems, but it's I'm getting over it. I'm gonna let it go. So I'm feeling better overall. And I just thought, you know what? Get back into it. You've taken like a good break. Taking some time off. I know it's making us a little anxious. I'm gonna hold off on posting the meme reacts for the week. Last week. Now this week, I'm gonna already mostly done. I don't really need to do much, just do a little bit here and there and upload it. And I could focus on other things. Just to get myself into swing of things again. Take my time. Not worry, not rush. Enjoy the process. And there are moments where I'm gonna fall back again. Moments I'm gonna fall back again. I'm gonna be talking about this, but you guys are actually seeing in real time. Not in real time, but in a progressive motion of regarding these videos. How things are, how content creators go by things. It's very stressful, very much a mental game. But, if you have that resilience, if you're able to keep yourself up, and even if you get knocked down, and kind of like that Rocky quote. God, I really gotta watch that. I really gotta watch that movie. Like, I can't believe I haven't seen it. How fucking crazy is that? But anyways. No matter how many times you get hit, it's all about how much, how often you could pick yourself back up. I've faced homophobia in my life, and you know, I'm still a gay boy. I'm still a femboy. And you know what? Even if I'm not like out there regarding like in person or my family, I'm gonna be true to myself, within this community. And there'll be a moment where I'll feel free. I'll be free. I'll, start growing and growing this community. Hopefully making a living. Not if, but when. Have my own autonomy, my own space. And I could definitely be myself. I could definitely be me. And after, I just love to help others. I think, give others that safe space. I think that'll be really awesome. Wait, that's where I've been. That's what's been happening. Well, as usual, you're amazing. Don't you ever forget that. And you deserve a lot. You deserve the best. And I want you to be the best. No matter how many times you've get knocked down, I want you to pick yourself back up. Okay? You got this. Now, if you're having a good day, I'm glad you're having a good day. If you're having a bad day, I do hope this video helped. And just let you know again, you're an amazing person. You deserve to be loved and respected. And I'll catch you on the next video, okay? Whatever video it is. Okay. Take care. Bye.